so that what is happening in energy variation, we can apply to our body. Yes or no? So that to learn this, no degrees or medical knowledge or MBBS or naturopathy, Ayurvedic, nothing is required. Anybody can learn these techniques with common sense, with a simple observation, with the body and nature. I'll give you a simple example. This was happened today afternoon. That's why I had taken this example. The rain started all over in South India now. So monsoon is begin. A lot of dampness and a lot of wet and a lot of daily evening rain is coming here. So my wife, grandmother, I went to their village today afternoon. They are cooking some warm food and all. I told, why can't you cook green vegetables, greeny leafy vegetables, just to know how is their response. She told, very simple, she's around 86, 87 years old. Simple knowledge. See, it's already Shita outside. Why to eat the food which contains more water? A simple observation of village lady. Nothing more is required. If our body is already is not much active, if it is not much active, your energy levels are very less. If you don't have enough fire in the body because you are not doing physical activity, that time your body fire is less and your wetness is more. Upon that, if you give that greeny leafy vegetables in the bad damp weather, that diminishes your digestion system. Today you may not feel any difference, but over the period of 1 or 2 years or 4 or 5 years, instead of eating this much, you're eating this much. So this is the observation is required minutely, sharply, how the food and the emotion and even small acupuncture point is affecting the body. So with this knowledge only, we designed Nadiswara. Today, Nadiswara is giving 5 energy variations, organ pattern, correlations, and acupuncture point. So we are also working on food patterns. If this is the pattern, what food you should take and what food you should avoid. So that will be an additional advantage for the users, so that after giving treatment, you can tell to the patients. So this is in the report it is coming. So avoid these many foods and you can take these foods. So that will improve, it will boost the healing. Instead of 1 month, they will cure in 15 days. Because food matters a lot. In somebody, you are reducing heat. They go out and taking masala puri. They're drinking tea. They're drinking alcohol. What it matters? You are reducing the heat. They are refilling the heat. What happens? They're healing, but slowly. So that today I'm giving a few pattern examples. For those pattern, what food you should take and what food you should avoid. So in general, for all the patterns, maybe after this lockdown and all, we may plan to add into the report so that it will be added value-added advantage to your report. For example, if you're giving this report for 500 rupees or 1000 rupees charging to patient, they should feel better. Even it contains food restrictions and food therapy and all. So that we are planning to include. It is there in the process because this is not the device something you can add directly. So each and every small details has to be added after doing a lot of validation and verification and doing a lot of research. So that's what I'm not giving any updates oftenly. So before giving any small variations, so we are verifying that. So before going to the patterns, okay, so I will invite our team members, Mr. Raghu or Manjunath, raise your hand, and if you are present, we will unlock, will make you host so that you can tell how to avoid the errors while taking the report. Just a minute, I will inquire.
Nobody are there in that two names, sir.
Wait,
No,
madam.
no Manjunath. Yeah.
I will just inquire. Login ಆಯ್ದಪ್ಪ? ಹೌದಾ? So just a minute. So we'll understand about how to take the pulse. Then we can go to the analysis of the pulse so that you can understand better. Because if input itself is wrong, the what pulse you are taking, that itself is not correct, then what happens? Your report will be a different pattern, and that is suggesting something different treatment protocol also. So that's what just okay. Few terminologies, a few people didn't understand yesterday. I will explain you. So, will Nadiswara detects chi or essence deficiency or excess? So, to understand this, you should understand what is chi, what is essence. Then only you can understand whether this pattern belongs to the a deficiency or excess, or it may be a deficiency of the essence. To know this, I'll explain in simplest way. So what is a chi? Chi nothing but it's a energy, a common terminology. You can also say vital force, vital energy. If you are very much familiar with our Indian science, you can also tell prana shakti. Shakti, prana shakti, or energy, or force. So all these words, it's a similar synonyms of chi. In Japanese, we call chi. In Chinese, they called ki. In India, we call prana. In Western, we called energy. So to know this, whether your chi is excess or deficiency, or your energy is good or bad, you should understand how the energy or chi, it will be created in the body, how it is distributing in the meridians and chakras. If there is any blockage, so what happens? So all these things will give you a idea about this chi. Only four terminologies are different here. One is chi. It is a synonyms of energy or shakti. The second is yin and yang. Yin, nothing but it's a cold. The yang, nothing but heat. The similar word we use in the Ayurveda. So we use Ushna Shita. Ushna Shita. Same words. Okay. Or Kapha Pitta. Cold or heat. Yin or yang. Got it? This word is going to running with two energies, heat and cold. Means yin and yang or pitta or kapha. The same two energies only is subdivided into 5 energies. We call 5 elements. Got it? So that's what, if I'm using any word yin or yang, it means that it's a cold and heat. Yin is cold, yang is heat. Yin is kapha, yang is pitta. Yin is shita, the yang is ushna. Is it clear for you? Okay. So those terminologies I oftenly use in upcoming protocols and upcoming patterns. We just check it one by one. If you have any queries, you can raise and you can have in the chat box. So Raghu or Pavan raised the hand. Please raise once again. We will make you co-host. Raghu.
Now he is the coach, sir.
Yeah. So I'll in 10-15 minutes, Mr. Raghu will explain you about how to take Nadiswara report without error. So how to identify the error. So how you can clear it out. Okay. So be patient for 15 minutes. And if you have any queries in that, so we will get back and I will explain you. So Vata is a moment. Vata is also related to Yang. So Yin and Yang is divided into 3 in Ayurveda, 5 in TCM. 5 elements are 3 dosha. Is all belongs to the 2 energies, Yin and Yang, or Shita or Ushna. Okay. Okay. So I welcome you, Mr. Raghu. Please take care.
Hi, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening
You can
to all.
Suraj sir.
Yes, sir.
Since we are relating giving the Vata Pitta Kapha reading also, can
Yes.
this be correlated with the 5 element? Say wood is related to Pitta, like that. Can we correlate the 5 energy to Vata
Yeah,
Pitta?
that is already there in the PPT. Yesterday run that PPT, no? So it is there in upcoming slides. I will explain.
The 12 meridian also can be related to the Vata Pitta Kapha?
Yes,
Okay.
I will explain, sir. Yes, Mr. Raghu, just continue.
Yeah, 1 minute, sir.
Shall I share the PPT? Or you have PPT?
Yeah, I have PPT. I'm sharing one. Yeah, sir, you can share because it's not showing properly. Have you shared, sir?
Yeah, I will share. Wait. Yeah, you can continue. Is it
Yeah.
visible?
Is it visible to all? Oh, shrink it. Yeah. But controlling, can I can do from here or you will do?
I do.
Okay.
It's a full screen visible now.
Yeah, it's visible now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening to all once again. Yeah, this is Raghu. Okay. I'll be explaining you how to install the Nadiswara app and how to use Nadiswara device and how to take up a report, okay, without error. Okay. Many were complaining that will make a error while taking a pulse or while generating a report and all. Okay. And first and foremost thing is, okay, you need to have a good internet, okay, and good network. Then only you'll be downloading or generating a report very easily and without taking a time. Okay, within a seconds you can generate the report. Okay, just 20 seconds you need to capture a pulse, and after that it will takes around maximum 3 to 4 seconds to generate a report if you have a good network. Okay, if not also it will take maximum 10 to 15 seconds, but you need to have a good internet. Okay, first thing. Okay, next slide. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, I'm doing.
Next. Yeah, first thing, when we send device to you, okay, after receiving a device, okay, you need to contact us. Okay, we'll be sending a links of a Google form and link of a Nadis application. Okay, first you need to fill the Google form by clicking the link. Okay, and after filling the submitting the Google form, okay, you will be receiving a credentials in the sense username and a password for Nadiswara application, okay, to your email ID, which you will be entering in the Google form. Okay, to that mail ID you will be getting your username and a password. So I'm telling you, you need to fill the email ID which is a active email ID. Then only you will get a this username and password. Because many what they will do, okay, they'll give a inactive email ID of them. Okay, then they'll tell I won't get a Google form that credentials and all like that. Okay, then so that make sure that you will be giving a active email ID and you will be filling with the active email ID in the Google form. This is the one thing you need to remember while filling the Google form. Second, remaining and all, there only will be written like that your name, email ID, pass that mobile number, your address, that and all you need to fill. Okay, that will be, if any doubts you can contact us. Okay, second, next you need to click on the link. Okay, uh, Nadiswara application link. Then your application will be downloaded to your mobile phone. Okay, make sure that our app is only for the Android mobiles, not for a iOS and all. Okay, and only for the mobiles. Many will ask, okay, can I use the app in the PC or the iPhone and all? No, it is for only Android. Okay, only Android application we have developed till. Okay, later we'll looking for a iOS and all. Okay, you need to have an Android mobile and you need to download the application. Okay, next thing you need to remember screen rotation, because you there while taking a pulse it will ask, okay, if you have not rotated also it will ask, but if you put your mobile in a auto screen rotation mode, okay, then it will be easy how to um, how to make auto rotate mode screen means it is shown in the that image ppt. You can have a look. Okay, you need to scroll the uh, swipe the mobile phone from upwards, or some mobiles that you will be knowing where you will be having a our mobile data wi-fi connection and all. In that only you will be getting this auto rotate mode also. There you need to put the your mobile phone in a auto rotate mode. Next thing is display auto lock, means many what they'll do, they'll be keeping a screen lock for 15 or 30 seconds, because you whenever you will be using an app, okay, minimum we need 20 to 20 seconds to open the to capture the pulse and all. Okay, if you put it in a 15 seconds or a 30 seconds, every time screen will be locking, you will be facing a problems. So that before only you need to confirm that our display auto lock should be minimum 5 minutes. Okay, if it is a minimum 5 minutes, anyhow you will be touching a screen and all. Okay, to operate it. Okay, that time screen won't lock automatically, and you will be capturing a pulse. Okay, without any interference. Okay, this is the second thing. Okay, next, after filling the form, you'll be get downloading the application. Okay, like a Gmail or other application, it will ask for the username and a password. You need to fill the username and password which you got in your email ID. Once again, I am telling you, you need to give active email ID. In that, you will be receiving the credentials. Credentials in the sense username and the password. Okay, that username and password you need to enter in your application, that it will ask in the login. Then you need to attach the sensor. Okay, and many have will be having a doubt. Previous slide. Okay, hello. Yeah, see, there we have showing a device and a sensor. Like this, the connection we are showing. This is the older version of the device. Okay, older version means some first people before some 2019, we have given like this hardware. Okay, there were two things. One is a hardware and a sensor. Now what we did, okay, only we are giving a sensor, means entire hardware thing we have kept it in a sensor itself. Okay, it will, that newer version is coming with a only sensor means it will have a hardware inside it. Okay, just you need to plug the cable. Next slide. Just you need to plug the cable to your mobile phone, like how you are connecting a charging cable. Okay, like that you need to plug the device to the mobile phone. Okay, here also I am telling you, okay, one thing you need to remember, carefully listen. Okay, whenever you want to take the pulse, you need to open the Nadiswara app by connecting a device to the mobile phone. You should not open the app manually and connect the device. Okay, like means if you connect the device to your mobile phone, app will open automatically. Then you enter your password and a username there. Okay, before that, as soon as you connect the device, red light will glow like this, means old users, means whoever got the devices with the module and the sensor, there'll be a getting a red light here as shown in the figure. Okay, whoever got a new hardware, only a sensor. Okay, on the sensor only you'll get a red glow. Okay, after that red glow, app will open. Okay, if you are not getting a red light or something, okay, then you need to go to settings. Okay, search the OTG. OTG means on the go. On the go in the sense it will make a sensor and a mobile phone communication in between, communication between your sensor and a mobile, so that you need to enable the OTG. Some mobiles already enabled, means automatically it has been enabled OTG, so that no need to worry about it. Okay, in some mobiles you need to enable the OTG manually. Okay, after that you will get a red light on the sensor. Okay, now you will confirm that our device is communication with your mobile phone. This is the screen where you need to enter the email ID and the password. After that you need to click on the login. Okay, it will go to the front page of the your Nadiswara application. Here, this is the first time registration. Okay, only one time you need to do. Okay, it has been showing. Okay, top you will get a 3 bars. If you click that, it will ask for the enroll device. Okay, what you need to do along with the sensor. Next slide. You will be sending a warranty card. On that warranty card, it has one number will be there. Okay, here also careful. Only NB is the characters, remaining and all the numerics. Okay, those number you need to enter as a product ID there, and after that you need to click on the enroll button. Okay, below. Okay, here you need to click on the enroll button, then your device will be enrolled. This is the one time registration. After that it won't ask. Every time if you log in, it will be showing this screen. Okay, what screen you are showing on the slide, that screen will be shown. Okay, there you have a one round button with a human face. Okay, you need to click that button to add a new patient. Okay, if it is a, if you are taking a pulse of a new patient, then only you click this button. Already you have a patient, second time he is coming means I'll tell you where to and get that pulse and all. Okay, for new pulse you need to click on that, then it will give a patient entry form. Okay, there you need to fill the details of the patients. Okay, like first name, last name, and gender, age, phone number, email ID, and the email ID will be optional. Okay, and is country, state, city, that whatever the areas are there, you need to fill that, and you need to click on the upload button. Okay, after that next screen will be opened. Okay, uh, just move the slide. Yeah, here it will come to the next screen. Here it will be showing, okay, back button. Okay, if you want to patient list and all, you can click that back button. Okay, if you call the patient directly from mobile app, okay, just click on the call button, you can call from there. Okay, and if you know, if you want to know the patient details correctly, I have filled the patient details and all. Okay, just click on this drop down menu. There it will show the patient details, patient name, age and all. Okay, if you wrongly entered the patient details and all, okay, there in the top right corner you'll be having a 3 dots. Okay, to edit or delete the patient. If you click that, okay, you can edit the details, or if you want to remove the entire patient details, go there and delete patient. Okay, entire details of the patient will be deleted. Okay, next, bottom of the screen there will be a buttons. One is to view the history, one to acquire the pulse. Okay, history means for a second time whoever coming, second or a third time, okay, then you can click on the history view, okay, there with the date and all, okay, all the whatever pulse you have acquired or the report generated, it will be present there in the history, okay. In the second button, that is first, if you want to acquire the pulse of the patient or the somebody else, okay, then you need to click on that pulse button, okay, then it will go to the screen, pulse acquiring screen, okay. See here, next, yeah. See, if you have connected the device properly, then it will show one device phone. If you are not connected the device, okay, or red light is not glowing, okay, then it will show zero device phone. Okay, then you need to make sure that you need to attach the device properly. Okay, then only next screen. After, if you attach the device properly, then it will show next. See, like that, which will show one device phone and Nadiswara device ID, it will show like this. Okay. After that, you need to click on the Nadiswara device ID. Okay. Then it will enter a next screen. Okay. Before that, okay, what you need to do, you need to check the pulse manually, like as shown in the figure. Okay, there it is showing. Okay, many will ask, okay, in which hand you need to take, any hand you can use. Okay, you need to take a pulse, okay, by using the three fingers. Okay, and there you will feel a maximum sensation, means somewhere in the three fingers you will feel the maximum sensation. Okay, that uh, area you need to point with the single finger, okay, like this. Okay, then what you need to do, you need to keep a sensor, okay, on that point where you are getting a maximum sensation, there you need to put the sensor in a perpendicular position. Okay, next screen will, I'll show how you need to keep a in a big screen. Okay, like this. Okay, see, this is a radial artery. Okay, first you need to check the pulse using your fingers manually, where you will feel the maximum sensation. Okay, there on that point, you need to keep a sensor perpendicular to that hand, okay, or the pulse. Okay, you see, they in the graph they have explained. Okay, hand should be a parallel to ground and sensor should be perpendicular to your hand, and it should be kept on the point where you got the maximum sensation. Then only you will, that sensor will capture a pulse accurately and it will give a good result. Okay, next slide. Yeah, after pressing that Nadiswara device ID, this screen will open. Okay, here see, one is a 20-second bar is there. Okay, next bar, the it is a x and y axis. In the x axis, it will show the second time bar. Okay, on the y axis, it will show the amplitude. Okay, and many will ask amplitude. Okay, how our amplitude varies and all that I will be explaining in the next slide. Okay, and one more button will be there on this plus button. Okay, you'll be looking. Okay, this button you need to click to retake the pulse or analyze the pulse after 20 seconds. Okay, like this. If you click a plus button, see right side, it is showing retake or analyze. Okay, if you acquire a pulse wrongly, then you need to click on the retake. If you acquire the pulse correctly, you need to click on the analyze. Okay, how you are, we need to analyze we have acquired the pulse correctly or not. Okay, for that you, what you need to do, after acquiring the pulse for full 20 seconds, you need to scroll back, means it has been showing on the figure. Okay, then you need to scroll back to the before that time and means up to that 0th second, you need to scroll the screen. Okay. Entire screen means entire the pulse should be a full amplitude like this means regular amplitudes you need to get after acquiring, then only you have acquired the pulse. I'll be showing in the next slide how the wrong things were happen or how right things. Okay, see, the while scrolling the screen, if you look like this, the pulse and all means some distractions and all. Okay, while taking a pulse, if you move the hands or sensor will be moved means the pulse will be giving a like this signals. Okay, if you get the signal like this means if it is not a um, like a uh, hello. If that signal is not a regular amplitudes, okay, then you are not acquired a pulse properly. So that you need to click on the retake button. Okay, from 0th second you need to start acquire again. Okay, and if you after acquiring a 20-second, again you need to scroll back. If you are acquired a pulse in a regular way, okay, then you can click to analyze. Next slide, I'll show how, see, regular pattern means like this. Okay, the topmost pulses, it has to be in a regular thing, regular amplitudes. Means, see, many will ask, okay, amplitude, it has to touch the 5 and all like that. No, regularly it has to vary. Okay, it is not like that. Regularly, if it is touching a 5 means every amplitude should touch the 5. Okay, I'm telling, see, some pulse will be low, that some person's pulse will be low. You will be getting a amplitude of 2.5 and 3.5 or a 4 or something. Then it has to maintain 4 amplitude. Okay, in below on image it has been shown sometime it is touching a 4.5, sometime it is 4, sometime it is 3 or sometime it is 2. Okay, like this it happened means you are acquired pulse wrongly. Okay, so that you need to maintain the amplitude in a regular way. That means initially if you got a 5 means every time you need to get amplitude, it has to touch 5. Okay, some people you can feel from manually only. Okay, if you are touching up feeling, if manually is having a high amplitude, it will give a up to 5. If you are manually, if you are feeling a low amplitude, it will give a low amplitude also. Okay, then you can but it has to be a regular one. Okay, if it is 3 means 3, if it is amplitude is 3.5 means 3.5, 4.5 means 4.5. Okay, it should not one amplitude 2.5, 1.5 like that. It won't give. Okay, you need to take a regular one. And these are all the errors which it has showing. Okay, in all these cases you need to uh, retake the pulse and you need to analyze it. Okay, these are all the some of the pattern. Okay, after the class I will be sharing this PPT to all. Okay, please go through that. Okay, once again. Okay, if you have any doubts you can contact us, we'll guide you. Okay, next, after analyzing, click analyzing, you'll get a report like this. Okay, on the home screen, 5 elements, graph and all it will show. Okay, sir will take up the report explanation part. Okay, I'll be telling you after this. Okay, you can download the report as a PDF also. For that, it has been shown there. The 3 dots will be there. If you click that, okay, it will ask for the some notes and all. Means what you have suggested to the patients, what are the points you have given, like that and all you can enter. After that, you can download it. Okay, after downloading, the PDF, okay, like this, notes, symptoms, uh, uh, treatment suggestions and all you can enter if you want. If not, like submit, if you give a submit, it will download the report and you can share it through the WhatsApp or the Gmail email. Okay, through whatever mode you can share it to the patient, or if you want any explanation you can share it to Baswat sir. Okay, there he will be explaining it. Okay, next things. Okay, if somebody wants to change the password, because you will be receiving an email ID, okay, that you can't remember, means go to settings. Okay, there, and there you will be having a setting button. Okay, next slide. Yeah, here if you click on the change password, okay, you need to enter the old password and you can click enter the new password, whichever you can easily remember. Then if you click on the change password, automatically it will be changed. Okay, and if you want to know the pulse count, again you need to go to settings. The three buttons you need to click settings. There if you click, it will show the pulse count, how many you used or how many are remaining. Okay, if you want to view the previous reports, okay, go to click on the patient list, select the patient from the drop down menu. Okay, it is showing the 3 patients here. We'll be having a many patients. Select the screen. There I've explained previously also, one history button is there. If you click on the history button, it will show like this. Date wise it will show, okay, in which date you have acquired the pulse and all. Okay, if you click on that particular date, okay, that particular report will be shown on the screen. The remaining will be same. If you want to download and send like that, it can be sent. Okay, if you have any, I'll be sharing in the groups this PPT. Okay, if you have any doubts you can contact us personally, or my contact number will be on the device. Okay, or if you go to Nadiswara website, the contact number will be available. Okay, you can contact us. I'll be guiding you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Raghu, for patiently explaining the.
Yeah, and
Nadis-
Madam Girija, Madam, you can call me, Madam. I'll be explaining you. Okay, what is your doubt and all? Okay, I'm clearing you. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you, Raghu. I'll explain you with respect to report where you do mistakes and how to read that efficiently. So we are identifying the organ pattern through Nadiswara. So yesterday we discussed how the pulse is generated in the body and how we are reading and when to read, when not to read, all these things we did. So through this research, we got the device pulse like this, and in this pulse we are identifying the peak variations, which will be very helpful, because in olden days there is no signal processing and all, but all that they mentioned in the form of patterns. That is what they're going to say a gati of the nadi. So usually the nadi pariksha practitioner will use this word gati. What is the gati of the nadi? Gati means it's a pattern or shape. So if it is beating like a frog, it is a pitta gati. If it is flowing like a sarpa, then it is a sarpa gati. If it is slowly rising and falling, it's a like amsa, the neck of the amsa. Then it is called amsagati. These are patterns which they mention in the literatures. So we keenly identified those gatis in the signals as shown in the PPT, and with the different parameters in that frequency domain and as well as time domain, we identified the variation in the pulse. And we are getting a different patterns like this with a different amplitude, different shape, and different this one. And with our hardware engineer, he's discussed with you. He's the man behind this designing of this hardware. And one more person is the AI designer is Mr. Manju. So, and one more designer is an Android designer, Mr. Manju Santosh. All three members, they sat together and they're coming to my clinic to identify the patterns, to observe the changes, all these things. So with this, we are going to identify whether pulse is deep or float or speed or rapid or slow, thread, slippery, wiry. All these things will give you some hint. Okay, so that can be measurable by using latest tools and softwares. Many of you are wearing wristwatches and all, that is telling about number of steps you walk and as well as number of heartbeat per minute. Means all these things we are able to measure due to technological advancement. So the same thing, we are able to identify these patterns, whether it's a pulse is floating, deep, rapid, weak, by using the signal processing methods. So once you are getting the pulse like this, 5 energy variations, it is speaking you more. It is not a simple 5 bar graphs. It is telling a lot about the patient and mind and body. You have to keenly observe the things. As I told yesterday, which is the first highest, that is showing the system. Okay, it is a digestive system or spleen and stomach meridian. The second highest, it is showing the energy of in that system. Means you can read this as a spleen dryness, or you can say stomach dryness. Dryness nothing but water is less. Water means what I told, it's a in energy. Yesterday I told, no, stomach in deficiency. What is this pattern called? Stomach in deficiency. Why I call this name? Because stomach, because the first element. In means because water is, dryness is more. In the stomach, dryness is more. In the layman language, you can talk stomach dryness, or you can use the word gastritis. This is a gas formation. Why? Fluid is not enough to do the metabolism, food metabolism, to digest the food. So this is called, we can call it as a gastritis symptoms, or many symptoms may arise with this pattern. Not only gastritis, even 10 to 15 different symptoms you can correlate. Whatever may be the symptoms, but by just balancing this, we'll get the result. If he is having migraine, if he is having a digestion problem and all. But once again, you remember, this is the only pattern, it won't make gastritis. This is one of the pattern which creates the gastric problem. Like that, other patterns also creates the gastric problem. I will tell you later. But this is the one which creates. If you get this pattern without asking patient, you can tell you have a dryness in the stomach, gas formation. They will agree. 99% they will agree this. Or when the water goes down in the stomach, the heat rises up. They may not having gastric problem. They may have some problem which is related to excess heat. Why that heat is more? Because water is less. Clear? This is how we read this. Okay. This is also called stomach chi deficiency. Why? Or spleen chi deficiency we call. What is means chi? Just text me in the chi means energy. Okay, where energy will form in your body. Yes, anybody? Where the energy will form. Nagasmita is telling in art. Lungs, blood, spleen. The energy will be formed. In the lungs. Not in the spleen, not in the kidney. Energy will be formed in the lungs. Okay, so that is one mechanism called triple Barber mechanism. Later, when you have time, we will discuss on that. So in the lungs, it takes the energy from the spleen. It is called acquired chi or food chi. Second, it will take the congenital chi or parental chi from the kidney. Both from the kidney, from the spleen digestion system, both it will take. But that is the factory of creating prana. That is what in Ayurveda, prana means breathe. What we call, what is means pranayama? Anybody can tell the meaning? What is pranayama? Pranayama is it's a breathing technique to enrich your energy, to increase your prana, to increase your chi energy. How beautiful. Means it is giving very clear indication that one who breathes deeply, one who breathes more slowly, they will have more energy. Because you will get more prana through breathing than your food. Of course, food is required. There is one of the raw material. If this is the final product, only hardware or camera won't be mobile. There should be a software. Okay, there should be a battery. Like that, without hardware, no mobile. Without software, no mobile. Like that, without food and without air, you cannot create the chi. And without parental energy or congenital chi from the kidney. Your parent energy, it will be stored in the kidney. What you are receiving from the parents, that is called congenital chi. That will be their kidney. So even kidney is sending chi energy to the lungs. Even digestion system, spleen is sending the food chi. In the lungs, by breathing, it is creating the energy or chi. That is the chi. Got it? If anybody in any pattern, listen carefully, if the second element is dryness, that is indicating that the chi energy or shakti or prana is very less. Where it is less, it is telling the first highest element. Here first highest is humidity. or digestion system. In the digestion system, the chi or prana is very less, so that it is unable to convert food into energy. That is what after taking food, you feel bloating sensation, distension, heaviness, and you feel gastritis, gastric formation, and belching, burping. All these things you feel. Why? It doesn't have enough chi to hold the food, to contract the muscles of the stomach, to move the food downward. If the stomach chi is very weak, to contract and to push down the food, what happens? The food will come through esophagus. So that acid coming up, because stomach is very weak to send down. Yesterday I told, what is stomach? It is receiving energy and pushing down anything. Listen carefully. Not only food, anything if you are unable to push down is a weakness of stomach. What is pushing down? Pushing down is not only food, Baba. Pushing down many things. What do you push down? Tell me. Anything. Apart from food, what you are pushing down? Very good. Stool. Bowel. If you go to bathroom, bowel has to happen within 2-3 minutes. That's it. Then your stomach is good. Otherwise, stomach is weak. Urination. The moment you go, within a second, it has to open. It has to close immediately. So if that is good, if there is no inconsistency of urination, there is no late urination, then your stomach is good. If there is a late urination, inconsistency of urination, frequent urination, to whom you have to treat? It is the stomach, not the bladder. If there is a constipation, if you are unable to go motion, you are going and sitting in the bathroom for half an hour, it is not the problem of large intestine. It is a problem of your stomach. It is not pushing down the bowel. Nowadays, even many, I can say around 80% of the deliveries are end up with C-section or cesarean. How wonder it is. 20 years back, 5-6 deliveries is happening just like this. Now even not single delivery is happening. We cannot blame the doctor. We simply blame the doctor. If you do cesarean, they'll get more money. That's what they do cesarean. No, it's wrong. There is a possibility they do. 99% of the doctor, they won't do mistake. Maybe 1 or 2%, I don't know. But the fetus has to turn its head towards the cervix and it has to push down. Then only we can say, doctor will try. Even doctor is also not required. Even simple ayah or nurse will do the delivery. If not, what to do? They do a lot of injection. If it is not happening, even C-section. So many things. Why? Because your stomach is not pushing down. Before pregnancy, if you strengthen the stomach, I'm telling you, I'll write it on the bond paper, 100% the delivery happens very smoothly with a natural way. Here, not the role of kidney, urinary bladder, or uterus, ovaries, nothing. The rule of stomach is very, very important in the delivery. Got it? So urination, bowel. Next, what is pushing downward? Anybody? Are you listening or not? Nobody is replying. Galaxy A21s. So gas. Gas has to push down, not up. If you are unable to push down even gas also means what it is? It is a stomach weakness. All of us, gas passes through mouth or through rectum, anal. Means if gas is passing down means don't feel you are unhealthy, you are healthy. Your stomach is in good condition. It is passing prana with the sounds, with the smell, with all those things. But if it is coming through mouth, burping, what it means? Stomach is unable to push down the gas. That's what it, the belching, burping is coming. Whom we have to treat here? Doctor doing endoscope, colonoscope. Nothing will work there. Finally, working is your stomach. You have to strengthen the stomach chi energy so that it will hold, push down, and it will make contraction. So that chi is represented with air element. Got it? And one more thing. Many of you holding a lot of toxins in the body. Creatinine, uric acid, calcium stagnations, cholesterol, many more toxins, which is the byproduct of your food metabolism. It will stay here and there and creating the problem. Why? Because stomach is not pushing through urination and bowel. I treated many patients kidney stones successfully by just treating the stomach, not kidney, not bladder, nothing, and not touched any meridians in the kidney and urinary bladder. Kidney stones, bladder stones, I just treated by just treating the strengthening stomach. Why? Because stone has to push down. Many of us, we are creating the stones and is passing through urination without knowing. To whom it is identified? Whose stomach is very weak, it is not gone out. How to strengthen the stomach? Very good question. First, doing therapies and doing things is secondary. First, what you are doing mistake, you are not eating with respect to time. You are not eating what you have to be eaten. Two things. The third thing is your emotion. All three has important and equal effect on your stomach. If you take first one, the time of your eating, the stomach will be very strong between morning 7 to 9 a.m. You should have every breakfast between 7 to 9 a.m. You should eat like a prince. If you take your breakfast after 9, within 11, that is the time of your spleen. That is the time of your spleen. What spleen is doing? Anybody? What spleen is doing? it is holding the food. It is holding the nutrition. It is observing the nutrition. So spleen energy, which is represented with holding things. Lalita madam, PPT is visible? Shikumar sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir, it is
visible.
visible, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now you understood if the second element is air, that is indicating the chi deficiency. What is the deficiency? Chi deficiency. If the second element is earth, that is indicating the holding, stagnation. Who is the hero in your body which is responsible for holding? It's your spleen. In anybody of you, if the second element is earth, that is indicating two things. Remember carefully what it is indicating. Either it is indicating dampness, means holding, or it is indicating nutritional deficiency, because spleen is the mother. It is giving food to all other organ. Okay, when the excess of earth element is showing the imbalance in your nutrition. So here it is showing primary element is air, means primary element is telling about the meridian, means lungs. The second is indicating the energy. Energy of the earth is dampness. So when lung dampness increases, what it happens? It will hold the phlegm. It will congest the lungs. Got it? There will be a lung congestion, nose block, throat irritation, phlegm accumulation, throat congestion. Okay. At the same time, the second element, it is also telling about the nutritional variation. That I will tell you one more. Wait. Look at this. Here, heat and earth. Heat means it's a fire which is responsible for your heart and small intestine, pericardium and triple wormer. There is an imbalance there. The second element is telling you what is the imbalance. It is the earth. So in art, either there will be a blockage or it will be a, what is the food for art? It's a blood. Blood.
Sir has some connection problem. Please be with us. Basara sir, now you are muted, sir.
Is it clear now?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
So you no need to understand every pattern, just understand the behavior of the second highest element. Okay, primary is understanding very easy. If a fire is just a excess means there is an imbalance in the heart and small intestine or pericardium. What is that imbalance patient will ask? Then you can tell in the heart there will be a nourishment is less. What is the nourishment? Blood is less. Or there will be a phlegm stagnation. So in anybody, the second element is telling about dampness or it is indicating about the nutritional blood deficiency, either one. In other, I will tell you. Look at this. What it is indicating? The primary element is water and secondary element is earth. So there will be a dampness in the kidney meridian. Dampness means lack of fire. Fire means yang. So that kidney yang is less. Kidney yang is less. So when fire is not there, it is unable to evaporate the water. Then in the lower abdomen, you feel some edema, pitting edema in the legs. And sometimes that is also indicated in the face. That is indicating the yang deficiency. Clear? This is one question yesterday, one of Nadiswara user asked. So what happens if both are same? If both are same, that is also same meaning. Because kidney yang deficiency always happens with spleen yang deficiency. Always happens with spleen yang deficiency. If kidney and urinary bladder, both elements are there, how to know means you have to ask the question. If the low back pain is there, then it is related to kidney meridian. If it is a urine inconsistency is there, then it's related to bladder. But they are paired meridians, no need to treat differently. The moment you reduce kidney yang, your bladder will be fine, the urine will be, the frequent urination or urine inconsistency will be normal. So that is what we are not indicating yin and yang separate organs. We are together because they are always paired, their energy will be always keep on exchanging every second, every minute. So whenever you have both the elements are similar, that is indicating that either this is primary or this is primary. You can ask one question and we can let you know. For example, earth and fire. If earth and fire is there, it's a spleen heat will be more, a stomach heat will be more. At the same time, fire and earth is there means there is a blood deficiency in the heart. When blood is deficient, when there is excess of heat in the spleen and stomach, that will burn the fluid. What is your fluid? It's your stomach, it's blood. So that means whether it is a heat or fire and earth or earth and fire, water and earth or water and fire, they are interlinked. Okay, even that meaning is different, the symptom is showing different, but treatment is same. For heart blood deficiency, you are treating the spleen only. For spleen yang deficiency and kidney yang deficiency, you are treating spleen only. Okay, so To clarify whether which is primary, which is secondary, you have to ask one question related to digestion system, related to gynec or lower abdomen. So that is clarifying your doubt. If the second is fire, you can easily guess what happens. If any excess heat is there in any meridian, any excess heat, any excess heat, it is representing the excess of yang energy in that meridian. Or you can also tell when heat is excess in any meridian, it is reducing the fluid. You can also tell fluid deficiency or indeficiency. The second element is heat. For example, let's have one look at this. So the question asked by Kavita Saravan is validating here. What if the two secondary are equal? What if the two secondaries are equal? So that patient may have the symptom of two pattern. For example, your primary is Akash, no doubt. There is an imbalance in your liver meridian. What is that imbalance? The secondary is air, is indicating chi stagnation. There is no chi deficiency in the liver because liver won't produce any chi. It is circulating the chi. So that is what, if the liver and air is indicating liver chi stagnation, it's unable to circulate. Where there is a stagnation of chi, it has to flow like this. It is stagnated. The stagnated chi, it will burst. It creates a fire. So that is what, whenever there is a Akash and air, means wherever there is a liver chi stagnation, there is a chances of slight rise in the fire. Here, you can say liver fire due to liver chi stagnation, or you can say your air and fire both are rolling as a secondary elements. But treatment will be same. What is the treatment? You are reducing the liver fire and increasing the liver yin energy. Got it? I think you got idea, clear. The primary is liver, secondary is water and earth. What it is indicating? In the liver, there is a coldness. Where there is a coldness, there will be a dampness. Without rain, there won't be a damp. Okay, wetness. Wetness happens due to water. So that's what your liver is having coldness. Okay. Even your second and third are equal also. That is indicating that in the primary element, two disturbances. That disturbance is water and as well as earth. But of course, first and second observation is enough. Third one is up. It is a byproduct. For example, liver coldness. Due to liver coldness, only dampness created. No need to treat separately. Here also, liver fire. The fire is created due to liver chi stagnation. Got it? Just treat first and second. The third is whether equal or not equal. It is a just byproduct of this imbalance. So liver chi stagnation created fire and liver coldness created the dampness. In 5 elements, you know that liver is controlling the spleen. When liver coldness means liver is weak, low. When liver is low, spleen will rise up, the dampness will rise up. That is what happened in this pattern. Any doubt? Anasuya and Ramesh, Bidun. If the secondary element is water or earth, that is we are calling as a yang deficiency. If the secondary element is fire or wind, then we are calling as a yin deficiency. If the secondary element is air or dryness, just chi deficiency. Definitely fatty liver will be there and cholesterol will be there, this person. Without asking, go tell the patient, this is your pattern, your liver energy is low, go and check the triglycerides. Definitely it will be high. Yes, Krishnamurthy, all these permutation combination of 5 elements will be taught in the diploma course, that too in depth. So here I am telling liver coldness. There I will explain you how liver coldness will be happen in your body, which emotions makes you liver coldness, and which food makes you liver coldness, and which lifestyle makes you liver coldness, how to overcome with 1-point solution, and what are all the corrections in the food. Everything will be explained, Krishnamurthy. I think you joined the diploma course. Have a patience, 5 more days. I'm coming back and explaining you in detail. If you take this case only, okay, there's so many cases, but I have enough time to explain one case history so that you can understand better. Liver coldness, to whom it happens? It happens few reasons. Who is taking a lot of alcohol, that makes liver cold. Okay, that is what patient will feel some hangover. That hangover means yin or yang. It's the energy low or high? Low. Hangover means yin. Taking alcohol is making you in energy. It's a coldness in the stomach. Okay. So, coldness in the spleen, sorry, liver. Swapna Reddy, I think there is no offline class for another one and a half year due to this COVID situation. Because compared to first year, second wave is very strong. Compared to second year, third wave, we don't know. We don't want to take the risk and ourselves and as well as with the participants. So that's what another one and a half year, all of our courses will be online. And one thing I'll guarantee you, Swapna Reddy, the effectiveness of the class won't change, whether it is offline or online. I'm the same person teaching here. I'm teaching the same content. You're applying the same point. Because here you are not suggesting body acupuncture point to pierce needles over the body. Just I'm using one chart to put the seed. Whether it is offline or online doesn't matter. Of course, who are learning the course, if you have a time after this pandemic situation, you can visit our clinic, our center, and you will get enough patients to check. So whenever you come to Bangalore, if you are a Bangalorean, you can spend some valid and quality time in our center, and you can check the pulse and tongue, and we will validate you. Not only myself, my students will be there and they will help you. Okay. So whether you have to take third element consideration or not is the question. The question is very clear. The third element is the byproduct of first two element imbalance. Whether you consider or not consider doesn't matter. So it won't change the effectiveness of the treatment. That is what spleen coldness only, it's created dampness. Here spleen dampness only created the spleen chi stagnation only created the fire. Here also liver blood deficiency only created the coldness. Who are all having blood deficiency, they will have shivering because blood is the one which is warming your body. If that itself is low, they will feel shivery, means coldness. That is a byproduct. This is a third element here. Concentrate on first two elements. Okay, it will help you. Come back here. I'll explain this case so that you can understand better. One who's a heavy drinker, they will get coldness in the liver. The second, who is not expressing their anger, for them also it increases the liver coldness. I have to shout at opponent, but I am unable. Maybe he's a boss, maybe he's a wife or husband or mother or partner, somebody. You are unable to express your anger. You are suppressing. Expressing is a yang, it's a fire. Suppressing is a yin, cold. There is a cold war is going within you. That creates liver coldness. Second reason. Third reason, giving a lot of friedy, oily stuffs, making you liver cold. Because liver is the one which makes fat metabolism. When it is weak, again and again you are giving that too without having a lot of physical activity. Whenever you take oil stuff, please be sure that to burn your fatty acid, your body requires a lot of oxygen. Okay, lot of oxygen, it happens only with momentum. If you're doing yoga, activity, walking here and there, if you eat oily stuff, it will digest with the presence of oxygen. But you're taking a lot of oily stuffs, fatty stuffs, non-veg and all, but you're not at all doing physical activity. Then your liver feels trouble to digest your fat. That leads to your liver coldness. To identify that, you can identify with one symptom. Anybody of you feeling throat congestion after eating any fatty foods, that is indicating you have liver coldness. That liver is flowing up. How it is going? Liver meridian, it is going up. If you are a fresher, don't worry. Don't concentrate on the meridian, just organ only. The liver organ energy is flowing upward to the mid of the head. That is what overall having very good liver energy, no? More liver fire. How they feel? They're very anxiety, irritative. That's what we tell. Pitta means liver. Whenever pitta rises, you feel irritate and anger. There's a direction of the liver flow, liver energy. If you have very good physical activity, if we are expressing your emotions very good, and if you are not alcoholic, then your liver fire will glow up. It's always flowing upward, making your face glow, your hair will glow, will be very active, energetic. But your liver diminishes, the coldness, it is not rising up. On the way, one more important person is there. What is that person? Who is residing here? It's your thyroid. Okay. For all getting thyroid problem, okay, it's due to a liver problem, not the thyroid, because thyroid is not vital organ. Thyroid is an endocrine gland. Even if you cut and remove it also, you can survive with supplement. but liver is not like that. So liver has to go up and warm your thyroid. It has to, that warmness, that fire is triggering your hormones. Only fire will trigger hormones, no other element. When boy or girl will mature, when they get enough fire at the age of 12 to 16 years. Means maturity happens with hormone secretion only, no? Who will secretion responsible for hormone secretion? It's a fire. If the liver fire is blowing up, it is triggering your thyroid to secrete. So that your thyroid work wonderfully. No problem, nothing. Even liver is, any organ above the liver is nourished with the liver only. Eyes, headache, anything is suggested by the liver. Do you know how the fire is given in the olden days? My mother is used to cook with wood. There is no gas stove, electric stove when we are in child. If there is no enough fire, they used to blow the wood. The lot of smoke in my house. That smoke is enough to warm your thyroid. If any thyroid patient is there, okay, that's the smoke which is coming out from the wood that warms your thyroid. That will balance your thyroid. See how wonderfully our ancestors are living healthy life. Now no smoke, nothing. We're not warming liver, we're not warming thyroid. Maybe 3 out of 10 people, especially in ladies, they are suppressing the anger. They get the thyroid problem. Especially in the house, ladies should not separate their emotion. I'm telling you, ladies has to be given freedom to express. Why? Because than men, the ladies are dependent more on hormones because of the menses cycle. Because your all menses hormones, maybe follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, progesterone hormone, all the hormone is governed by thyroid organ only. If anything PCOD, excess bleeding, first if you go to any gynecologist, they will check your thyroid, not the uterus. Because thyroid is the master gland. It is controlling all the below gland. Again, thyroid is controlled by pituitary and pineal gland. Topmost glands is guiding the lowermost glands. The understanding of glands and their secretion, their emotions, their relationship with the organ is completely different than modern perspective. I'm not talking any biochemistry here. I'm talking about the energy. How energy of the liver coldness is affecting the thyroid. Not only liver coldness, even liver having excess heat also not problem. It is triggering too much that hyperactivity of the thyroid. No need to ask the patient whether it is hypo or hyperactive. Look at the person, you come to know. There's a heavy hypo, very thin hyper. Because thyroid is a gland which controls body temperature. Okay. If the thyroid gland is weak, the patient feels chillness, dampness, coldness, it increases the weight. If the patient feels hot flashes, heat, burning sensation, air fall, excess bleeding, then it is telling the hyperactivity. Both hypo and hyperactivity of the thyroid It is depending on your liver function. Liver is very, very, very vital organ. Okay. Don't give junk food to your body. Food plays very important role. Freely express your emotions. That plays very important role. The third is your lifestyle. Especially from 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock is the time of your liver and gallbladder. Liver and gallbladder is correlated to Akasha Tattva in Ayurveda. Akasha Tattva. Wood element in the Chinese philosophy. Both wood or Akasha, what they are doing, they are acquiring the space. It is indicating the space. What is space? It's the emptiness. Anything is there in the space? Nothing. It's the emptiness. Similarly, your mind and body should be empty by 11 o'clock. Be careful. If your body and mind is not empty by 11 o'clock, no one will stop you to suffer from liver disorders and endocrine disorders. Mind and body emptiness means liver is emptiness. It's Akasha Tattva. How to empty your body? Finish your dinner within 8 o'clock so that it will digest within 10:30. So that by 11 o'clock, your entire digestion system will be empty. And go to bed 10:30 so that 11 o'clock will be in the deep sleep. 11 to 3 is the sleeping time. Why? You have to create emptiness in your mind through sleep. If you do sleep, what happens? It will energize your liver. The best doctor for your liver is emptiness of your mind and body between 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. That is the best doctor. Nobody else. But what we do? Eating 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Don't eat after this class. You're struggling, you are troubling your liver and gallbladder. So that's what. Anger is required for the liver to express. Don't suppress anger. Anger is not negative emotion. Expressing, if you are not expressing anger, that is the problem. Anger should be there. With the anger, liver is working better. Yes. Whenever you get anger, liver works better. But too much anger and irritation, it makes liver fluids will go down. You end up with a liver insufficiency or liver fire. Not too expressive of anger, not suppressing the anger. Whenever it comes, it has to express and stop. That's it. That is the way of living. Got it? If anybody have problem, how to express anger? Shout at anybody. If nobody is there, of course your husband. He is the man is listening to all the wife. Okay, but don't suppress. So many way you can come out with liver coldness so that you can avoid heart blockages, cholesterol. A simple lemon honey, taking lemon honey juice weekly once or twice. That will rise the liver yang, liver fire. Wonderful, no? Superb, no? But what people will do? They don't know how to stop it. Daily morning, they will get up, they drink honey and lemon water. The liver coldness is too high. With lemon water, a few times it will come down. You have to stop here. But people won't know. Some naturopathy, some Ayurveda people, they studied something of, they told you, drink. You are drinking here. And you are telling to your friends and all, I am started drinking lemon honey water. I reduced weight. Of course, you reduced weight because You are reducing the liver coldness, increasing the liver fire. At least now also you stop. No, you won't stop. Still you are drinking. The liver fire will shoot up, liver coldness will go down. So the fluids will affect in the body because fire eating up, it is attacking the fluid, especially in the joints. He's complaining after 2-3 months. Sir, somewhere I am getting joint pains. Why you are getting? Because you are drinking lemon water since 3 months. No doctor will tell you to correct it. Anything excess is an enemy. ಅತಿಯಾದ್ರೆ ಅಮೃತನು ವಿಷನೇ. ಎಷ್ಟಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟಿರ್ಬೇಕು. Of course, liver coldness affects your vision. If your liver fire is not going up due to coldness, your vision will be blurred. There will be a retina on the liver. There's some like a smoky view, and you get cataract. Why? Because of liver coldness. All small kids are wearing the glasses. You can treat successfully, but you should know what point to give, what foods to give, when should stop. See, this is a wonderful science. You cannot learn off, give me one point and treat. No, that's what I won't give points directly when I ask. Sometimes some minor issues are there, I will give. Otherwise, carefully you have to monitor after giving the point, what happened. That's what one lady told now yesterday. So urinary infection I given, excess urination happened. That has to monitor. After 2 days, it stopped. Okay. If it is not stopping, I should know what to give. So that's what we made 2 months course. Monitored this point, when to stop, what to stop. All these things are very, very important. My voice is audible or not?
Now it is audible, sir. Just 1 minute back, it was not. Now it's okay, sir.
So we designed this diploma course carefully by measuring the time and your observation and your learning skills and your grasping. That's what we extended. Many courses, many people, they are doing 5 days, 10 days to 1 month. Like, why we doing 2 months means, here I'm explaining all the possibility of the diseases with the TCM and Ayurvedic perspective. And I am also giving a clear instruction what to do, what not to do, and how to correct with food itself, with emotional correction itself. No need to reach any psychiatrist and all emotional problems and mental problems, definitely with this technique you can treat successfully. Okay, so many of my clients, they are dealing with the fear, anxiety, depressions, and bipolar disorders, and many other things. If any of you of my client, you took my treatment for emotional disorders, you can share by raising your hand. Nothing wrong in that, but just to tell that how effective it is, even for treating any type of disorders. Okay, I think you got an idea how this is working. Here, second element placing very important rule. Okay, if the second element is cold or heat, dryness, humidity, based upon that you have to check. Finally, I have to tell if the second element is wind itself or Akash itself, what it means. If the second element is wind, either it is telling about wind cold attack from the external pathogens, or it is telling blood or essence deficiency. The SEMA is asked the question, will it find Nadiswara is finding essence deficiency? Yes. If the primary element is wind, primary element may be earth or water or whatever it may be. If the secondary element is wind, wind is nothing but what? It's a very thin element. Okay. So that is indicating the deficiency of the blood and essence. Got it? And one of my clients, they asked, please explain my case history in the class. Okay, I'll just take that. The report is visible. If it is
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
okay, thank you. Look at this. Now you have to tell me what is this problem. It is a hot dryness. Dryness means it's a chi, hot chi deficiency. Okay. Because both are equaling almost equal, you can also say lung heat. Correct? Hot chi deficiency or lung heat. So both are indicating about there is a heat in the upper warmer, either lungs heat or hot chi deficiency. There is a problem in the upper warmer. Okay, there's the three warmers. Above diaphragm is upper warmer, diaphragm to umbilicus is your middle warmer, umbilicus to gynec organs is a lower warmer. So in this case, he is having the chi deficiency or heat in the lungs here. So yesterday we discussed about the 5 elements. In the 5 elements, heart and small intestine is controlling the lung and large intestine. Yes or no? Hello? Yes? You clearly observe if anybody of you feel anxiety, fear and anxiety, immediately you go to bathroom. Yes or no? Whenever you feel fear and anxiety, you go to bathroom. Have you experienced? I experienced many times. Are you experienced or not? Yes. So why? Because here heart and heart and small intestine is controlling lung and large intestine. If there is a chi stagnation in the chi deficiency in the heart, means its heart is weak. When heart is weak, what happens? It is unable to control your lung and large intestine. Then lung heat will rise up. So yesterday I told lung is responsible for elimination. When lung heat increases, it makes more elimination. More elimination means maybe frequent urination or frequent bowel. Okay. Now tell me whom I have to treat. I have to treat large intestine to reduce the motion. I have to treat the bladder to reduce the urination. No. I have to treat the heart. By strengthening the heart, it reduces the anxiety, it reduces the palpitation. Automatically, your heart will control the large intestine. It reduces the elimination. Is it clear? Thank you very much. Seema, in this course, everything makes sense. You will enjoy this 2 months course, which is going to start next Friday. Okay. I think 100 plus people are registered for the course. So officially, I'm welcoming you for your next upcoming diploma course. So if you're already a therapist, I am just giving a suggestion to join. If you're already a fresher to this, directly you learn this only. Because after learning so many things and spending so much of amount doing half and half therapy, again coming to me, nothing is required. If you are a very fresher, don't know anything, directly you can join this course. Here I am explaining you from the scratch. From the scratch. Okay. I will start my explanation with the philosophy of Shunya. Zero. What is zero? From that I will explain. Okay. The fees will be 18,000. Okay. So if you are registered within 2 days, so we will give discount for 3,000 rupees. So 15,000 if you register within Tuesday or the end of the Tuesday. Class will be there in English only, and all the materials will be given. And one more glory of this course is we won't teach you 400 points. I will teach you less than 40 points. All the points you can comment on it, and you can treat successfully, and you can tell the patient after giving points what happens next very clearly. Okay. Regarding recordings, you have to ask Joshi sir. He will answer your questions. Sir, Joshi sir, are you here? I think he went.
Excuse me, participants. Really, we are not giving recording because if we give the recording, you won't show interest in participating. So, if you participate, he will give. Otherwise, you won't give. That's our policy. I want all these 100 students to be perfect hearers. So, I am making this rule. This is not to trouble you, but you should be strict in the class. You should listen in the class. Otherwise, you will lag. That's why I am telling that you won't be given recording. But if you attend the class,
Because of some network issue, Joshi sir left the class. But
Okay,
don't
madam.
worry.
I will
Yeah. If you are attend the class regularly, you will surely get the recordings. Otherwise, without attending the class, if you are asking for the recordings, he will not allow to give the recordings. That is his policy. That is only because you have to attend all the sessions. That's the thing. Okay. If you're getting the recordings and you're watching, you will keep it and thereby, but you won't go through the recordings. That is only the thing behind it. So please cooperate with this. And another thing, before closing today's session, there is an announcement as tomorrow we will have a special session from Mr. Ramesh Soundararajan. He's from Chennai. He's dealing with the pain management and energy flow enhancement by using the Gosha therapy. So you have to attend that session without fail. Find some time to be with the Joshi's Kerala group. And I think, Basavaraj sir, can we go into the session for the day now? Now it is
Just a minute.
9:45.
There is a few, some couple of questions need to be answered.
Okay,
I'll
sir.
just answer, just a minute. A few people
Okay.
are asking how to register and all. I will just give you, display this, wait.
The question should not be for any protocols. Okay, please.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, next question is, few people are attended my previous courses and all. Will be helpful or not? Okay, for your question, even though you attended many other previous classes, so after this lockdown and after since 1 year, we did a lot of research freshly. Okay, so which is mainly on single point effectiveness. Okay, so even though you attended all my courses, okay, I suggest you to attend this course because you will get much more updated things and data and research output, and that will be helping a lot. And second, will you get the registration, online certification? Yes. After 2 months course, we will give you 2 months for practice. After that, we will conduct you an online test. That online test is multiple answer question. And it's even if you search in the Google also, it won't be there. It's completely based on what we thought. And it's completely based on diagnosis skills and selecting the points and selecting the food. So we will give you the question and 4 answers, select it, and based on your performance, we will issue the online certification with A, B, C grade. Okay.